What is up, YouTube? This is Joshua here at American AF Dumpster Rentals in Dallas. So I hope everybody's having a great summer so far. Kids are out of school. No school buses and traffic. A little less traffic, but apparently down here it's like no matter what, you're always going to find a traffic jam. Anyways, I want to talk to you guys a little bit today and just kind of answer some questions I've gotten over the last couple of weeks. Things have been super busy on my end. I mean, we have gone full-blown into summer, into dumpster rentals, into construction, so it's just been busy. With my second truck now in, I have been trying to hire. I went through one employee and it didn't quite work out. I gave him a little bit of a chance. Actually, he worked 3 full days and that's it before I realized that he just wasn't a good fit. So I decided to make this decision early just to, not have him continue. Nothing against him. It's just wasn't a good fit. And sometimes you have to make that decision quick because I don't want to sit here and waste my time. I don't want to sit here and waste his time if it's not going to work out. So you just kind of have to have some basic qualifications. And if you don't have those things, then, don't waste your time holding on and trying to hope that somebody's going to learn something new when it's something they should have already had to begin with. But anyways, with that being said, I've got several other applicants. I've got an interview today. Hopefully I can lock down a new driver and get 2 trucks on the road on a consistent and a regular basis. Goal is to either hire a CDL driver for the new truck and I stay in the Mac, or hire a driver for the Mac and then it gives me time to go get my CDL and do all that stuff, and then I'll jump in the bigger truck. I got no problem driving that thing. So anyways, a couple questions I've gotten over the last couple weeks. First and foremost is going to be software and how do I handle going on vacation. And that's a good point, because actually next week we're going to be heading out of town. Again, it is summertime. I like to do at least one big vacation with my family in the summer. And unfortunately, we're going to Wisconsin. It's not like it's going to be some great vacation or anything, but we're going back to Wisconsin to go visit family. My niece is having her baby, so we're excited for that, and we're going to be up there and kind of welcome the new addition into the family. So with that being said, what am I going to do about the business? And it's been something that's kind of been up in the air. I was hoping that the new guy that I had hired the week before last would have been trained enough to where, I can leave and he would be kind of just running the day-to-day, and that didn't work out. So even with my interview today, I don't want to leave somebody in a situation that fast. So I'm going to have to shut down, unfortunately. So I've got a part-timer. Everybody knows that I've got a part-timer who comes in overnights. He works his day shift, and he comes in at nights. And sometimes he'll dump some of my dumpsters, or he'll get them ready for me, or he'll do, maybe 1 or 2 dumpsters in the late afternoon. But he's going to be handling my daily contracts. I've got some contracts that I've got every single day. So, and luckily they're both businesses and warehouses. So he's going to be able to do a swap out overnight. And, well, not overnight. He gets off around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So he can do a swap out then for the following day. So I can at least keep those guys happy and keep those guys serviced. As far as everybody else, I'm just not going to be taking on any new customers at that time. I'm going to schedule around it. And as far as the software is concerned, and this was a specific question that I got on Facebook or on YouTube, is you can go into DRS and you can turn off certain days. So they can't book online. It'll say, it's just unavailable. And you can turn off certain days. You can turn off holidays. You can do vacation time. You can do whatever you want. If you only wanted to work 4 days a week and have a 3-day weekend, you could have every single Friday shut down to where it's unavailable. No pickups, no drop-offs. And that's all in the software. So nobody can go online and book a dumpster for those days that you have turned off, or a pickup for those days that you have turned off. Super convenient. You have to just kind of go in there and schedule your days, and it's as simple as that. As far as losing clientele, that's a possibility. I'm hoping some people will be understanding, especially people that call. I can talk them into having a scheduled pickup before we leave, or I can talk them into holding the dumpster at no extra charge until we get back. And that's just what you got to do sometimes in small business, and people have to hopefully understand that, because we are small businesses. I mean, we have our families and we have our time as well. Same thing as if your truck goes down. If your truck is down, scheduled for maintenance, whatever it may be, you're gonna have to turn off those days so that nobody books online. Right now, I would say about 15 to 20% of my bookings come from online reservations or online bookings, rentals, where they just book online without even bothering to call, which is great. I love that. It saves man hours, all that stuff, and they sign the contract right away. You don't have to follow up, none of that. And then the rest are online or phone calls. So, and again, we're talking about DRS, dumpster rental software or dumpster rental systems, and it's a great software, great inventory management, great everything. I highly suggest, if you have any more than 5 dumpsters and you are serious about this business, and you want an online website, you want online booking, you want integration, you want dumpster management tracking, all that stuff, you can use that software to do all that stuff for you, and they give you a software included in the price. As far as pickups are concerned, again, we're gonna have to just schedule that around our vacation. It's gonna be a week vacation. Next summer, we have a big vacation planned, a couple weeks. By then, I'm hoping I have a crew driving all my trucks, and I shouldn't have to worry about it. That's where, and having somebody answer your calls is also a big one, because sometimes we're unavailable, and that was another question I received online was, who answers my calls? Do I have an answering service answer my calls? No, I don't have an answering service. You can use answering services. You can use things like virtual assistants to answer your calls and book online. In the limo industry, there was a company that specifically had logins to your software. You would train them on your pricing, and they would book your limos for you. I don't know if the dumpster business has something like that. If not, that might be a good business idea or opportunity for somebody out there to look into. But VAs, virtual assistants. But I have my daughter doing my dumpster, my phone calls. So right now, I do pay her during the summertime. She's out of college, and she has been answering, taking reservations, scheduling swap outs, and dispatching. She will continue to do that when school starts, as far as dispatching and possibly answering when she's not in class. But for the most part, it's much easier on me as a business owner to be able to do what I need to do without having to worry about answering the calls all the time, or dealing with customers asking, what time will the dumpster arrive, or things of that nature. So, and she's paid like a normal employee. So if I can afford it, whether she's my daughter or not, I can always afford it, if she can't continue to work, to hire somebody to do it for me. They can even work from home. I mean, it's not a difficult job. So that's another question I received online. And finally, I got a couple questions over the last few weeks about doing one-on-one consultations. If anybody wants to do a one-on-one consultation, first and foremost, what I tell everybody, and what I'm going to tell you right now, is almost 99% of my content that I have for free on YouTube is pretty much what I'm going to talk about. There's no secret weapon. There's no secret recipe to succeed in this industry, other than hard work, a little bit of luck, and a lot of hours, countless hours into researching the industry, into researching your local area, and into building your business. But if you still want a one-on-one consultation, if you still want to sit down and talk to me, and there's a question that I haven't been able to answer for you in any of the videos, that I would suggest you go back and watch them all before you do and pay for a one-on-one. Because again, you'd be surprised at the number of people that do a one-on-one consultation that ask me questions that I've already answered numerous times in videos. And it's just all free content. So I'm not selling the consultation. I'm not trying to talk anybody out of it, but what I'm telling you is, if you really want one, I would suggest, before you waste your time and your money, to go back and watch all my videos, and that might answer a good amount of your questions. But if you still want one, there's a link below, along with all my other resources, as well as a link to DRS software to schedule your one-on-one consultation. I've got in there links to who I use for insurance, links to credit cards that I use, because we all, let's face it, having good credit, having good business credit is super important in this business, because you want to be able to purchase new equipment like I have, like my Mac, like the International. And without good credit, I'm telling you, that's going to be so hard to do, and your process is going to be super long, and your struggle is going to be nothing but uphill. If you have good credit, great. If you don't, work on your credit, build your credit by getting some of these business credit cards that I have in the link, and it'll start helping your business credit, and it'll start helping your personal credit, as long as you pay it off. Keep your balance low, keep it continuously paid off, or less than 10% utilization on your credit card, so that the credit card companies see that and will continue to offer you more and more credit cards. All that is in the link below. It's a resource page that I have built on my website, where I have all my social media links, as well as my one-on-one consultation. So if you want it one-on-one, go in there and click on that as well. And finally, Google Ads. There's been a lot of questions around Google Ads and around advertising and all that stuff. I can tell you that I would say 60% of my business probably comes from Google Ads. That may not be healthy. That's not the healthiest way. Maybe not that much. Maybe 50%. I'd say about at least 20-25% are just repeat customers. And then, you get organic map searches and all that stuff. But Google Ads, if you're looking for a Google Ads guy that you want to trust, I highly suggest Nick. Nick is the guy that has been doing mine for the last few months. No, not few months, probably about almost 5-6 months now. And has turned my company around to really, really help me grow this business. So if you want a consultation with him, I also have a link to him in the website. I want you guys to all have kind of the same tools that I have to try and build your businesses as well. If you're in my area, I'm sorry, but Nick is not available. That's just not being a jerk. It's just the policy of most AdWords guys, is they're not going to advertise for two companies in the same area to kind of compete with each other. So you're on your own there. But if you're not in my area and you need a Google AdWords guy, you're going to click on the link below as well and send us an email, and it will be forwarded over to Nick, and Nick will reach out to you directly to do a one-on-one. There's no cost to doing a one-on-one. He can evaluate where you're at as far as your business, where your goals are, and then kind of discuss what it would run you. It's not very expensive, and it's worth every penny, in my opinion, because if you don't have a good Google Ads campaign, you're just leaving money on the table if you're paying for anything else. If you're paying for branding on Facebook Marketplace or Facebook ads, if you're paying for SEO and not doing AdWords, the way to grow your business, in my opinion, is Google Ads. You pay for it now, and you work on your SEO long term, and then hopefully and eventually your SEO kicks in and starts bringing in more business than your AdWords does, and you can actually start turning off your AdWords or dying them down. Or you go full force nonstop and keep buying more and more dumpsters, and you keep growing. So there's that, y'all. I hope with that you guys have a great day, have a great week. Hopefully you have a good summer. If you want to take a vacation, don't let this business stop you. Remember, family is literally the most important thing. This is why we do it. If you don't have a family and you're still young, or you're older and your family's gotten moved away, then great. Spend all your time building a business. But if you're building your business and your family is at home and your kids are at home, and they're still in those younger ages, and they want you there, then make time for them. Because, guys, in a blink of an eye, and I know every single old person says this, which really sucks because it makes me feel like I'm super old, but in the blink of an eye, these kids go from 5, 6, 7 years old to 20, 25, 30, and it's like, where in the hell did the time go? We're only living in the present. The past has already happened, and the future, well, there's no telling what's going to happen. So live every single day without regrets. Find time for your family. Find time for some vacation time. Don't let this, or any business, work you into the ground. Our business works for us. We do not work for our business. So with that, hope you all have a great week. Have a great summer. Enjoy your time. And we'll see you guys on the next one.